What's Chris Grier got? We're back. Money to fucking blow, baby. Woo! It's been too long. It's been too long. I haven't felt like myself not doing this show, man. And man, did they give me something to talk about today. Oh my gosh. Now, the Wi-Fi is probably going to be poopy. So, chat, I'm giving you the warning now. The Wi-Fi is poopy. But you know what is not poopy? It's this Miami Dolphins roster, baby. Oh my gosh. I mean, this team is like, for example, you know when you go out Friday night and you're out till like 2, 3 in the morning and you're doing the wrong thing. You're boozing. You might be intaking some things to keep you going, right? And then you wake up the next day and you're like, I'm never going out again. You're like, I'm never going to go out again. And then the next Friday comes and your boy's like, yo, you want to go to happy hour? And you're like, of course I want to go to happy hour. That's what the Miami Dolphins are. Every year I go, I'm not falling for it. I'm not falling for this trick. No. I'm not believing in this team again. I'm not going to get all hyped up during the offseason because I promised myself last year I wasn't going to do it. Just like I promised myself last Friday I wasn't going to go to happy hour. But here I am, bitch. We're back. This team is back. How can you not buy into this team? How can you not buy into this team right now? I am no stockbroker. But if I was, I would call everyone in my contact list and tell them to Zelle me. Don't Venmo me. Zelle me $1.5 million, and we're going to put it on the Dolphins to win the Super Bowl. Am I tripping? Chat, let me know if I'm tripping, because I'm doing this by myself. By the way, not to be depressing, but Bobby is no longer part of the show. Heartbreaking to announce that, but he's no longer with us. And Jay, I think he still will be on the show, but he's going to be like back and forth because he's a young student. He's a young buck. But I ain't trying to be all depressing and shit today because we got motherfucking Jalen Ramsey. Let's start there. How did we do this? Chris Grier is a fucking goat. Oh my God. Like, how do I not buy into this fucking team? I mean, Jalen Ramsey, I don't care how everyone's talking about, oh, he's washed. We traded for Jalen Ramsey and gave up a can of tomato soup. We gave up a 3rd round pick and a motherfucker who has 2 catches in 2 years. And we got Jalen fucking Ramsey for it. Like what are people crying about? What are people getting upset about? Who is bitching about getting Jalen Ramsey for fucking Hunter Long? We got Xavier Howard, Jalen Ramsey, Javon Holland, Brandon Jones. Oh, by the way, we just signed David Long. Saving that for later. Christian Wilkins, JP, Bradley Chubb, Sealer, Emmanuel Ogbah. I think the boys got some depth now. Ooh, they get me every year. And I'm so here for it. Yo, chat, you guys are blowing it up today. Let's fucking go. We're back. Dude, I have not been myself since the last time I did this show. Like, I really realized that I need this show in my life for me to be a normal human being and like wake up and enjoy waking up. Don't get it wrong, God. Any day I wake up is a blessing, and I love you. But bro, this show just gives me so much life. You guys turning in fires me the fuck up. So please smash that like button. Keep blowing up the chat. Any questions, drop them. I'm gonna answer them. But let's get this shit turned up. Let's go, baby. Come on, Jalen Ramsey to the Dolphins. Jalen fucking Ramsey. I'm gonna say it again. Jalen Ramsey. Do you guys understand that? You guys understand the significance of bringing in a top 5 corner in the NFL? You guys understand that? Because if you don't, let me rewind. So we're in March. Fortunately, we weren't playing in February. The last game we played was in Buffalo. Noah Igbenogany took a snap in a playoff game. Keon Crossan, by the way, great special teams player, took a snap in a playoff game. And now we have Jalen motherfucking Ramsey and Xavier Howard. Yo, someone just spammed my chat with some crazy shit. Blocked. Do you guys recognize the talent difference between Jalen Ramsey and Noah Igbenogany and Keon Crossan? And not to mention Kader Cole, put him in the slot. Put him in the slot. He's like a nice little piece of, you don't want to say Swiss cheese for a defense analogy, but nice. Does provolone have holes in it? What's a cheese without holes? Because Cater's clamps. But, like when you have Jalen, Xavier, he's like the piece of cheese that just makes the sandwich a sandwich. You can't just have like bread and meat. You got to have cheese in there. And that's what Kader Kohou is. He's the cheese to the Dolphin secondary, but not in a bad way. He's a provolone. Thank you, Nando. Thank you. He's a provolone. He's just what we need. Nick Needham. I think he's back. Oh, True Will. I think he's back. Interesting. We already have the deepest D line in the NFL. Now our secondary has depth. This team was always missing depth, and you guys saw it last year, right? What happens? Our starters go down. Our bench players come in, and guess what? They're fucking dog shit. They're special teams guys. They're 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th round picks. They're losers. There's not even 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th round picks. They're undrafted free agents that can't play ball unless your name's Kader Kohou. That kid can fucking play ball. But getting Jalen Ramsey for a 3rd round pick and Hunter Long is iconic. It's legendary. If there was a book, if there was a Bible on how to be a GM and how to finesse people, Chris Grier should be the author. You get Jalen Ramsey for a guy who has not one, two catches in 2 years, and a 3rd round pick? Are you shitting me? Are you shitting me? No, I'm not getting vaccinated with booster shots. Fuck, I look like, boy, I'm from Florida. Block. Fucking vaccine and booster. Yeah, for sure, dude. Get the fuck out of here, man. Wow. I can't believe we did that. Hey, Tracy, I see you. My bad. I'm just hype. I'm getting all the boys fired up, ready to go. Nando, it's good to see you back in here. We back. Let's go. I can't believe it. They get me every time. They get all of us every time. Don't lie. You guys know you're guilty. We do this shit over and over and over again. I'm done with this team, right? I'm done. I hate them. They're dead to me. I'm never watching the Dolphins game again. I'm selling my season tickets. We've all been there. And if you haven't been there, you're not a real fan and you don't care enough, because this team brings pain and suffering and sometimes a little bit of joy, but mainly pain and suffering. And this is our slogan. But this year is different. And I said that last year and the year before. But how can I not say this year's not going to be different? This roster should win a Super Bowl. This roster should win a Super Bowl. The only thing that can stop this team is itself and our physical trainers. That's the only thing that can stop this football team, is ourself and the injury bug that we have not been able to get past since he left. God, he's such a beast. Look at him. Even though I never got to saw you play, I love you. And I can only thank you for bringing so much joy to my community. One day, I hope to leave a legacy like you did, Dan. God bless you. Sorry, you see a legend, you just got to pay your respects sometimes. But this year is different. Chat, let me know if I'm tripping sack. Let me know. And I know we got David Long. I know we got Mike White. I'm getting into all that, but I got to go slow. I gotta go slow. I'm still trying to get over Jalen Ramsey. Still trying to get over Jalen Ramsey. Chat, let me know. Is this team different? Let me know right now. I need to know. I need to know. I can't sit here and like not know how you guys are feeling. Do you guys not believe the Dolphins can go win the Super Bowl right now? Am I overreacting? Let's start with that. Is Smoke being the emotional flip-flopper that he is? Yes. Well, I'm an emotional person. I'm Italian. I talk with my hands. I get emotional. It's what I do. Maron, how are you going to tell me this is not different? I mean, I'm trying to keep my composure here. I don't see it happening. It's different. This is the squad. That's what I'm getting at. This is what I'm getting at. Like, thank you. I thought I was tripping. I really did. Now, I mean, we almost smacked up the Bills with goddamn Skylar Thompson and Noah Igbenogany and goddamn Keon Carlson taking snaps. Oh my God, do we need Tua to be healthy for one full year? Let me just read off the dogs that we got. I mean, you find me one roster that has been this good since, see, I was born in 99. The Dolphins have sucked since. So you find me a roster before I was born. Educate me, and let me know which roster is better than this. I don't got to look at my fucking phone. I know this team like goddamn back in my hand. Start on the offense. Teron Armstead, Tua Tagovailoa, Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle. 4 dogs right there. Didn't even shout out my dog, Robert Jones. Dog. I mean, Rob Hunt, not Jones. Goddamn. I can't say I know the team like the back of my hand and get those two mixed up. But you know what I mean. Dogs. But this defense, I mean, has someone called the 85 Bears and asked them if they're feeling okay? Because they might get replaced. Because this might be the greatest defense of all time. Xavier Howard. Did I mention this guy already? Oh, Jalen Ramsey. It's just fucking funny. How is this real life? Javon Holland. Brandon Jones. Have you seen a better defensive line? I mean, they're the fucking Fantastic Four. They're the Fantastic Four. We have the deepest O-line in the NFL. Jalen Phillips. Dog. Christian Wilkins. Dog. Chubb. Dog. Oh my God, wait, are we going to bring him back? I didn't even think about Melvin Ingram. I didn't even think about Melvin Ingram. Emmanuel Ogbah. Raekwon. Zach Sealer. I didn't even think about Melvin Ingram. I'm too excited. I'm too excited, bro. This is crazy. Now we got to see it happen, obviously. We got to see it happen. We got to see the paper to field. But I don't know how you guys aren't excited right now. I mean, look, the Bills are a good football team, but they're losing some key pieces on that defense. Defensive coordinator, gone. Boyer, gone. They just lost Tremaine, gone. Stephon Diggs don't even want to be there. Buddy, I'm telling you right now, the damn Dolphins might win this fucking division. And why can't we? We beat Buffalo, lost to Buffalo twice in Buffalo by 3 points. One was with fucking Skylar Thompson. You gonna tell me they're not a little bit nervous over there? You gonna tell me they're not a little bit nervous? You know, they get to the playoffs, they lose, yada, yada, yada. Same thing, same story. But now they're losing players, they're losing DCs. All I'm saying is Dolphins might win this division. Rodgers to the Jets. I haven't seen one confirmed report that Rodgers is going to the Jets, but even if he is, let me just call up my boy Jalen Ramsey and Xavier Howard, and let me call up my boy Javon Holland. Let me call up my boy JP. Let me call up my boy Chubb. Let me call my boy up Emmanuel. Let me call my boy up David Long. Let me just call the boys up because I'm not even fucking nervous. Do I look like someone who would be nervous? No. Jets, quarterbacks go to the Jets for their career to die. Period. If I get one more vaccinated comment in my thing, I'm just gonna call Carlson Tucker, or whoever the hell that guy is, and just have him moderate here because I don't need this in my chat. You fucking peasant. Anyway, no one's nervous about the Jets. I'm not even nervous about the Bills. The only thing I'm nervous about is the Dolphins being the Dolphins and finding a way to fuck this up. I mean, let's take a moment here and kind of reflect. We are the Miami Dolphins. We will probably find a way to fuck this up. I just don't see it happening. Like, how can you fuck this up? Like, I'm going through scenario after scenario after scenario after scenario. I'm just saying to myself, how do you fuck this up? How? You definitely have the best defense on paper in the NFL. Not even a question. You got the two best wide receivers in the nation on the same team. The only way this gets fucked up is if Tua gets hurt. That's it. If Tua plays 17 games plus playoffs, GG. GG. I won't even have to do this show anymore because I'll be dead. I'll be so fired up that we won the Super Bowl. I won't even have to. Gone. Done. Life completed. Die a happy man. All right. I'm talking Super Bowl on fucking. What's today's date? All right. It's March 13th. I shouldn't be talking about the Dolphins going to the Super Bowl. I'm fired up. Fired up. Let's go back. Let's go back. Instead of the Super Bowl, it's March 13th. Let's talk about the playoffs. Right? If this roster does not win a playoff game, I am going to text you guys my current location at the Pompano Beach dock. I'm going to tell my friend, hey, man, I've been dying to go fishing. Let's go fishing. I'm going to have everyone pull up. Oh, he's actually in the chat. My dog, Chris. This is hilarious. Chris, I'm telling everyone how I'm going to send them the location to your boat. I'm going to ask him to take me fishing. And if the Dolphins don't win a playoff game, I'm going to fucking drown myself. Because there's no way this team does not win its first playoff game in 23 years with this roster. There's no way. It's non-negotiable. It's unacceptable. I will not breathe another breath of fresh air if this team right here doesn't win a playoff game. But before I drown myself, I would have to drive back to my father's house and hit him in the face with a baseball bat for making me a Dolphins fan. And then as I'm crying to my friend's boat, then I will drown myself. That's what will happen if the Dolphins don't win a playoff game this year. But that's not going to happen because this year is different. Trademark it, put it on a t-shirt. This year is different. This is our year. This is our year. Now, we obviously made more signings than just Jalen Ramsey. Mike White, Broward County kid. Love him for that. Don't love the signing, though. I knew you guys thought I was going to come up here and slob Grier, which I should, because he's done an amazing job. I love you, Chris Grier. You're the man. You're the GOAT. You're Himmy. You're my slime ball. You're Himmy Johnson. You're Himmy Neutron. If I could cut off my hair, which I did, but I put my hat back on because my hairline's receding. You are him, Chris Grier. That's all I wanted to tell you. But I don't like paying a backup quarterback $16 million. I'm not about that. Why would you do that? Skylar Thompson, was he the best? No. But was he the worst? No. Should our starting quarterback play 17 fucking games? Yes. Or at least 15. I'm saying it's only $4 million. I swore I saw 2 years, $16 million. Regardless, I don't like paying backup quarterbacks millions and millions of dollars. Why are we doing that? Every time we've done it 3 years in a row. Name one time it's worked. Remember? Jacoby Brissett. He's the best backup in the league. Motherfucker, if he wasn't QB sneaking in on 3rd and 1, he was useless. Fast forward a year after. Teddy Bridgewater. Oh my God. Best backup quarterback ever. Dog shit, dog water, go coach high school football. Now Mike White. Now, granted, I fuck with Mike White. I don't have a problem with Mike White. I mean, I saw him go out against Buffalo and take a beating. And he just got up and up and up and up. So, look, he gets banged up, but he gets up. He's a dog. He's a dog. I fuck with him. Don't get that twisted. He's from Broward County. We're from the same county. He grew up a Dolphins fan. I love all that. I love Mike White. I just don't like how we continue to pay backup quarterbacks all this money. And I know, like, when Tua's the starter, it's almost inevitable that he's going to end up playing. But then I'm just so tired of, if the backup comes in and he looks like shit, then we just blame the backup. And it's just like, why are we doing that? I don't want to have to worry about a backup quarterback for more than a game or two. You think the Chiefs give a fuck who their backup quarterback is? You think Bills fans care who their backup quarterback is, or the Bengals? No, they don't. And when you have Skylar Thompson, a guy, I mean, he didn't play great in the Jets game, but he won the game. And then he went to Buffalo. I thought he played well. He didn't play great. I thought he played well. But when you have Skylar there, and I don't even think Skylar gets $1 million a year. Why are we paying a backup quarterback $5-6 million? I don't get it. Why? I liked Skylar. I don't think he's not. God damn it. These vaccine motherfuckers. You're making me not want to get vaccinated. You're just fucking yourself. You're a loser. Get out of here. Put user in timeout. God damn, man. COVID was so 2020. Like, I'm from Florida. It doesn't matter. I'm not talking about the vaccine. God damn it. Anyway, all I'm saying is I'm tired of paying backup quarterbacks. Go out there with your starter and have him play 15, 16 games. And if he can't, it is what it is. Where's Bobby? He quit. He's gone. I don't know where he is. He's probably on his couch right now watching the show, smoking the bong, doing his thing. Nah, but I love you, Bobby. It's just not going to be the same without you. Fans are missing you, but it's probably Bobby telling me to go get my booster shot. Fucking he lives in Rochester. Sounds about right. Anyway, I'm just tired of paying backup quarterbacks. That's it. Point blank period. Love Mike White. If he comes in, I hope he goes out there, he balls, and he pimps it out, but I just don't like paying backups. I'm going to open up the panel in about 5 to 10 minutes. Got to talk about David Long and that signing. If you haven't already, please smash that like button. If you guys want to donate to the channel, you can obviously drop a super chat. You already know that's going to be pulled up. For my first show, and Lord knows how long, we already got 100 people in here. I love you guys, and I'm so blessed and so thankful to have you guys here. You guys have no idea how much it means to me, how much life and energy this show gives me. I haven't felt this good in a long time. So I'm just so blessed and so thankful to have each and every single one of you guys here listening right now. So please, please, please hit the like button. If you haven't already, please subscribe. And if you want to donate, you could always super chat. We love you guys so, so much. Anyway, David Long, I believe, is the signing. I mean, I can't say he's going to make a bigger impact than Jalen Ramsey, but I think this is the sneakiest, best signing we could have made. This guy is a dog. I mean, you watch his game film and how quick he is to blow up plays, and he's fearless. He's reckless. He bulldozes centers, guards, don't matter. He's got a nose for the football, and he's got ball skills. The man can catch the ball. When's the last time we've had a linebacker that could stop the run and play pass coverage? Usually it's one or the other. Look at Landon Roberts, for example. Great run stuffer. I mean, you need someone on 3rd and goal at the 2-yard line. You put a Landon Roberts in the game, he's going to make a play. But you put him back there to guard anyone, he ain't got no life. You might as well put my ass back there. This guy's got ball skills. He's fast as fuck, boy. Fast as fuck. You need that. You need speed, relentlessness, hands. He's got it all. And I think it's going to be a huge, huge signing for the Miami Dolphins, because all of us Dolphin fans know this team has 2 problems: offensive line, linebacker. This is a guy that's going to come in day 1 and start and make a difference on this defense. And I cannot wait. TD's fired up about it. TD is more fired up. Shout out my dog, TD. He is more fired up about the long signing than the Jalen Ramsey. TD watched a lot of ball. I got some Tennessee Titans fans that we were chirping back and forth when they took our soul 2 years ago. But they're all livid. They can't believe that they let him go for 2 years, $11 million. That's the best part of the whole thing. You get a stud, career high. He's coming off a career high, 86 tackles, missed 5 games. I think he had 2 or 3 interceptions. And you're getting him for $11 million over 2 years? Does it get any better than that? I mean, we could be paying $17, $18 million a year right now, and it might not even work out. But even if he sucks, which he's not going to, $11 million over 2 years for a guy coming off a career high in tackles? Are you kidding me? For a position that we're desperate to fill? Are you kidding me? Buddy, Chris Grier is in his bag right now. Chris Grier is in his bag. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to drop the link in the chat. If you guys want to come up here, give me some smoke, ask some questions, or just talk some shop, get up in here. I just dropped it down below. Frank the Tank from Barstool Sports is coming on at 9 p.m., so that's going to be fucking legendary. But the panel's open. Nando, I know you're here. You better get in here. Love to hear what you got to hear, what you got to say. Again, thank you. Hit the like button. It's free. You don't even have to donate. Just hit the like button. It's free, brother. That's it. Hit the like button. Football Kid 10 says, who do you want to pick in the 2nd round for our pick? Great question. If the Dolphins don't trade for a running back, whether it's Eckler, Dalvin, or Henry, I would love Gibbs. That kid is a playmaker. I watch him play ball. He looks like Alvin Kamara. He is a dog. Now, there's no way Bijan falls down all the way to the 2nd round, but if he's there, I think he's the best running back in the country. Hands down. Not even close. But I love Gibbs. I think Gibbs would be perfect for this offense. And I'd rather draft a running back in the 2nd round than give up assets for a running back. But here I am again, flip-flopping, right? So I sent out a tweet earlier that I would have no problem with the Dolphins giving up a 2nd round pick for Austin Eckler. And everyone's like, oh, you're overpaying. Yeah, I'm overpaying. But look at what I'm getting. It's like when the PS5 comes out, right? It drops for $300-$400. You know, you didn't get it, but you paid $650. But guess what's at your house the next day? A PlayStation 5. So Austin Eckler, yeah, you give up a 2nd round pick, but guess who's at the Dolphins facility the next day? Austin Eckler. And when Austin Eckler arrives at the facility and us Dolphins fans sit down and we look at this team that we've created, and you see, oh shit, did Tyreek Hill just walk through that door? Yeah, that was him. Then you see Jalen Waddle come in. Was that the Penguin that just walked through the door? Yeah, it was. And then you see this little guy. Guess who that is? It's Austin Eckler walking through the door. You think I give a fuck about that second round draft pick? I just assembled an offense with Jalen Waddle, Tyreek Hill, and Austin Eckler. You think I give a fuck about that second round draft pick? You think I care? Yeah, we overpaid. Look at the offense we got on paper. Look at it. Name a better offense right now. Please. Please. Whether it's Austin Eckler, Derrick Henry, or Dalvin Cook, please. You want to be that guy that's like, nah, I'm good on those three. I'd rather have my second round pick. No thanks. I don't want a top 5 running back paired up with Tyreek and Jalen Waddle. I don't want that because I'm too smart for football. I'm too smart for common sense. You're overpaying. Look at where this offense is right now. You put a top 5 back there? Oh, mwah, mad on. Chef's kiss. Give my compliments to the chef. Come on, man. Hey, we got our first test up there. What's good, MB Downer? Good brother.
Hello? Hold on. My sound volume's off. Hold on.
I can hear you loud and clear.
Well, now I can hear you. So, anyway. First of all, I just want to put one thing out of the way. Keep politics out of sports. Now that's out of the way. How's it going?
Oh, it's great, brother. I mean, I didn't bring the politics to the show.
No, I was just saying that to chat in particular because
I think it's just random bots. Yeah, I'm not a
sad Buffalo Bills fans.
What you got, brother?
I just want to say that, wow, the last 2 days, am I living in a dream or what? Because I was thinking Jalen Ramsey, yes, but not for the price that we got for him. I was thinking, me and my friend were talking, we were saying minimum 2 seconds, maybe even a first. But for a third and a tight end who I'd never heard of before, what in the world? Like, how did that happen? Like,
that's the best part of this whole thing. Not only did you get a top 5 cornerback, but you gave up a can of expired Campbell's tomato soup and a 3rd round pick for Jalen Ramsey. You hit the nail on the head. It's not like you had to give up 2 first-round picks, which I think the Rams gave up 2 or 3 for him, by the way. We gave up a 3rd-round pick and a tight end who has 2 catches in 2 years. It's unbelievable. It's highway robbery. It almost seems too good to be true.
I mean, watch as Hunter Long turns out to be a stud in the Rams offense. But at this point, right now, what are the Rams looking for? Look what the Dolphins are trying to do. They're looking for a competitive. They got a competitive window, and they know they've got it. I'd say it's this year and next year is probably our best chances to get that ring, and I really think we've got the team to do it. And I've mentioned in the chat. I put this in the chat, but every year I always remind myself of the 2012 Philadelphia Eagles. They built the dream team with the legendary Andy Reid. With Andy Reid, they just built the perfect team, and well, they fell 8-8. I believe he got fired after the season. That's always the one thing I worry about when it comes to dream team. So yes, I get extremely excited, but I always have that part of me that gets concerned. And
yeah, I mean, we're Dolphin fans. We're scarred for life. We expect the best and accept the worst. I don't blame you for feeling that way. I really don't. But
so yes, I do. So yes, in a lot of ways, people always kind of just are like, to me, it's just like, come on, you're just a Dolphins fan. You're such a sad life. And it's like that you get excited for like the meaningless crap that exists. And I'm like, hey, it's more than anything that I got in my lifetime. I mean, in my lifetime, I've only seen the team make the playoffs 3 times. I say 2, but it's realistically 3 times in my lifetime I've seen this team make the playoffs, and I've not seen them win 1 game. So let me be happy. Let me be happy for the moment. I was ready. Like, I could tell you that I was telling all my friends, I'm ready for the beatdown in Buffalo, and bring it on. We made the playoffs, and look what happened. I was on the edge of my seat, screaming at my television, thinking we could do it. And all it came down to was really the last play of the Dolphins drive and that bad first down call, in my opinion. But you know what? That's the past season. Look at the present. I cannot wait for this
My
team to
former
play.
co-host Bobby, and like we're just looking at each other, like pointing at the scoreboard and asking each other. We're basically saying, "Yo, this isn't real. Like this isn't gonna happen. Like we're not gonna win. Like there's no way this is happening." And like you said, I mean, you're one bad play call away from possibly winning that game with a third-string quarterback and Noah Igbenogany and Keon Crossing taking snaps in the playoff game. So the window's here. The roster's there. The talent's there. It's just a matter of, are we going to find a way to dolphin this up? And by dolphin it up, I mean, are we going to find a way to fuck this up? And that's the only thing that's stopping this team, to be honest with you.
And I agree with you. Like, pride and arrogance are like the two things that bring the team down. I think this was, I don't remember which year. It was the Jaguars that made the playoffs one year and then absolutely collapsed the following year. I don't know if it was necessarily the same case with the Rams, but the Rams still looked like had a decent roster, and whatever happened just happened. This team collapsed.
But here's the thing. So a lot of people are kind of like, well, what about longevity, this, blah, blah, blah. Dude, I don't care. Microwave this shit. Give me a playoff win. Give me a Super Bowl win. I don't care if we win one Super Bowl the next 10 years. I don't care. I just want to see this team win one time. That's it. Look at the Eagles, the Rams, all these things. It's like all I know is pain and suffering. Give me one good team that's fucking worth it, shit. But the best part about this team is you don't have to worry about that. It's all young guys. You have your Wilkins. You have your edge rushers. You have Javon Holland back there. You have your corners now. If Tua plays 17 games, you got a quarterback. Well, you got Tyreek. You got a young Jalen Waddle. Like, you have what it takes to be that next, I don't want to say dynasty because we haven't won a playoff game in 23 years, but you have an opportunity to be one of those top 5 teams year in and year out for the next 5 to 6 years.
Agreed. And that's what, and I'm, like I said, whatever this team cooks, I cannot wait to see it play. Like, man, this is good. I'm already excited for 2023, and free agency didn't even start yet. It hasn't even started yet. This is just the tampering period or whatever it is, where you can legally tamper instead of doing it whenever you want to.
Yeah.
By the way, you should legally tamper whenever you want to.
Yeah, I agree with that. Anyway, thank you, MV Rounder. We got another person in the back. I'm going to bring up Draco, bro, but thank you for coming on. I really appreciate it.
Hey, thank you. Hey, I really like to show. Hard for me to get on because of scheduling and everything, but whenever I can watch, I really enjoy it every time. Till next time.
We appreciate it. Thanks, man. Big Draco.
Hello.
What's
Yo,
good,
what's up, my guy? All right, listen.
Good dog.
We're this close. We're this close. You remember what Jalen Hurts said, right? I feel like we're almost a repeat of the Eagles.
Jalen Hurts has so many good quotes, but I think you're talking about the one like where after he lost to the Buccaneers, he's like,
yeah, that was us. That was us this past season. And then the following season, they ended up in the Super Bowl. Obviously,
that's the point right there, Draco.
Obviously, it didn't go their way. We got a better defense. We can beat the Chiefs, right? It's our fucking year, you know?
Bro. Hey, you hear this?
It's our fucking year.
The damn Dolphins knocking on the door, son. Shit.
It's us. That's us.
Bro, they're here, dog.
We're this close. We were this close, and now we're here. We got that close. We got Vic Fangio. We got the defense. You said it. All we need to do is be healthy.
Right now, Draco. Don't do
All
this
we
right
need
now,
to do
man.
is be healthy. Bro, that's it. That's all we need. I don't know how else to say it. That's all I wanted to say.
I don't know how to act. I don't know how to act. Like, can I sit here and say with a straight face we're gonna win the Super Bowl, or like it's reasonable to say that we can?
Bro, but look, I feel like we're almost a repeat of the Eagles. Bama quarterback, Bama receiver. We free agency signing AJ Brown. We got Tyreek Hill. We're a repeat. It's our fucking turn. That's what it is. It's our turn.
Draco.
But this time, we get it done. Bro. I'm done. 20 fucking years of waiting. I'm fucking done. This is it. This has to be it.
Dog, I love you. You can honestly stay up. Bring up my boy Chris. Chris, what's good? Nando, I see you in the back. I'm gonna bring you up a little bit. Big Chris, what's good, baby?
Talking about how we doing?
Let's go.
Yes, sir.
If you're
Big
not
day.
ready to
Big
fucking
day.
run through a wall and kill someone right now, you're not a Dolphins fan. Like, you need to check your pulse.
I got a contractor coming to my crib tomorrow because all my walls been ran through already today. Yo, on some real shit. If we thought we had a lot of hype going into last year, the excitement and everything that we were looking forward to coming into last season, what the fuck do we expect for this season? We didn't live up to expectations last year, but guess what? Give me another year under Mike McDaniel's belt. Give me Vic Fangio. You could run it back with the same exact roster. Just give me year 2 with Mike and give me Vic, and I'm already looking at a playoff win at the fucking least. But now you bring in Jalen fucking Ramsey. Now you bring in David Long. We're not done yet either. We're going to get a fucking running back.
Job's not even finished, buddy. Job's not even finished, bud. Like, sit down and crack a beer because Chris is still cooking in the kitchen. You know, it's like Thanksgiving, and you got Chef Chris back there, and he's like, here's your appetizer, but don't eat too much because there's still more to come. The turkey's not done. The stuffing's not finished. So you can enjoy the appetizers here, but save some room, pal, because there's more coming out of this fucking kitchen.
Might as well call that man Chef Boyardee. It's like the fucking Chef Boyardee commercial where the can's rolling out. It's like all these players are just falling to Miami. It's just one after another, just coming out the grocery store, following me to my kitchen, saying, throw me in the microwave. Let's eat some ravioli. Talking about,
yo,
dude.
The craziest part about this whole thing is Jalen Ramsey and David Long actually went out to dinner 2 nights before Ramsey got traded to the Dolphins. And they talked about how crazy it would be if both of them went to Miami. Yeah. 48 hours later, they're both in Miami. So I'm going to leave it at that.
Bro, the first comment.
Who else was at that dinner?
The first comment I saw was like tampering. I'm like, all right, get out of here.
Who else was at that dinner, Draco? Was it Dalvin? Was it Derek? Who knows?
Stephen Ross.
Who was there? Who else was at the table?
Stephen Ross. We're about to
keep that fucker away.
Oh man.
Oh my God!
I hate getting ahead of ourselves, but that's what we do down here in Miami. Like, we won the offseason. Just give us the offseason fucking Lombardi, and let's
win the offseason every year.
We just have to win. That's the problem. That's the fucking problem.
Every time. All right, boys, it's a pleasure. Draco, the energy you brought on was impeccable. Chris,
man.
I love you. You boys gotta hop on whenever.
Appreciate you.
Mr. Smoke, what is up, man? It's always a pleasure coming on the show, man. I'm fired up from just listening to people and you talking, man.
I've been talking a lot today. So I just want you to take your time and project whatever it is you need to project on this audience.
Bro, thank you for having me on, man. If we're staying with the positive vibes, bro, you know that's how I roll, man. Right there, Mr. Tannehill, you're finally coming down. I got to get that white throwback Jalen Ramsey jersey. It's going to look beautiful, man.
Instant buy. Instant buy. That might be one of the best jerseys in the league. I'm buying that the second it drops.
The second it drops, it's going to be
there's no way I don't buy that jersey.
It's going to be the number 1 sold jersey in the NFL. It's going to be the number 1 sold jersey. It's one of the highest profile players in the NFL. Like, we made Tyreek Hill a splash last year. We said, how can we do better? We couldn't. So we did something almost as good and brought Jalen Ramsey. Like, oh my God, Smoke. I love the tomato soup line too, bro. It's so cheap.
It's like the Tyreek Hill of cornerback. Like, you went out there and got either the best or second best corner in the league for a can of soup.
We literally got the only dude who was able to hang with him and chip with him at the Pro Bowl, And Tyreek was like, yo, this guy's such a dog. I want him on my squad. I want him on my team. No beef, bro. Like, you're another beast like me, man. Let's go. Why are we in different packs, baby? Let's go hunt together. Let's ride, take down the Super Bowl, get down that big prey, man. Like,
Yes.
I'm excited, bro. Like, I'm excited to see them together in Miami. Like, think about like Xavier Howard, Jalen Ramsey helping each other sharpen up. Then Waddle and Hill, they're pushing each other. And then whistle blows. Now it's time for them to battle against each other. Rep in, rep out. Oh my God, bro. Talk about the practice.
Can you imagine? You just made a great point. I was just going to bring that up. The practices are going to be insane. Imagine if you're Tua, right? And every day at practice, you have Xavier Howard, Jalen Ramsey, Javon Holland, and Brandon Jones. That's who you're going up against in practice 5 days a week.
It's good for everyone, bro. For Tua, for Tyreek, for Waddle, like that's some reps, man. And like for that secondary too, it's not like they're just names. Like they're getting to go against top tier talent on the offensive side, also keeping them sharp. It's like they won't get too confident because you're gonna have Tyreek and Waddle testing you every single day. Like you've got to stay hungry. You can't get complacent, man. It's going to be beautiful to see. And the price tag for it too, bro. Hunter Long was a 3rd round pick. It was literally just 2 3rd rounders for Jalen Ramsey. And all this talk that it was going to be 2 seconds, it was just Hunter Long, 2 catches, a 3rd round. Gorgeous.
It's not even like yes, Hunter Long was a 3rd round pick, but he never even lived up to being a 3rd round pick. He has 2 catches in 2 years. People need to understand. If you are an NFL player and you have 2 catches in 2 years, odds are you're not on an NFL roster by year 3. And he was included in a trade for a top 5 cornerback in the NFL. It's unprecedented. Yeah. It's unheard of. It almost too good to be true.
I jokingly tweeted like, yo, like Noah Benogany, the 3rd round pick for Jalen Ramsey, send it in there. And even then I was like, there's no way they'll do that. They said a worse deal and it got accepted.
Basically did.
At the end of the day, man, like Hunter Long, like tight ends usually don't pan out for a couple of years, but the Rams already had Tyler Higbee. Like I don't even see the need for him on the squad. We just fleeced them. I don't know what it is, man. Like that's Chris Grier's had his up and downs, man, but this trade alone is masterclass, bro. And then David Long,
the last 2. Oh. I mean, honestly, ever since the 2020 draft, he hasn't missed.
He's kind of on the hot seat,
biggest draft in franchise history, to be real. But I mean, he's absolutely fucking ripped it ever since.
Dude, the 21 draft is fire. Like 22, like you're right, man. He's been ripping it. He's been making the big moves. Like he knows he's on the hot seat. You know, he's got to shake it up and be alive. But I don't see any other GM doing this in the team. Like I don't see a single team that's been this close to making moves. Like maybe the Rams at one point, but besides that, like the Dolphins are wheeling and dealing for like very smart, effective trades. Like sometimes we're cooking, bro. We're cooking. Like the David Long deal is masterclass at 2 years, $11 million. Like my buddy doesn't even like football. He lives in Nashville. He like was just stood up from his chair in the office. Bro, fuck you, boo, fuck you, you Miami kid. Like you stole David Long from us, blah, blah, blah. He's like, I don't even watch football, man. Like, what's this attack? Like, they're furious, bro, because the deal, the price, $5.5 million for like a very good linebacker who's averaging 8 tackles a game last year, 6 tackles a game before, like clearly improving, clearly young, has a bit of a health issue. But besides that, such a cheap, good deal.
It's the model.
Like
that's the Dolphin model.
And Fangio picked him. That's what it is. Like, it's not like some random defensive coordinator just snagged him, not some first-year dude. It's Vic Fangio said, yo, Grier, get me that guy. Please.
Really?
Like,
that's his guy? I mean,
I guess so, bro.
He's in charge of the defense.
Fangio was doing all this talk. There was all this noise about that when there was going to be defensive moves. He was going to go to Grier himself and knock on his door and say, yo, get me this dude. And with Ramsey, I've got to believe it was that case. What was his second defensive move? Get David Long Jr., okay? It's a very deep linebacker class, okay? There's the top-end guys like Bobby Wagner, Levante David, Drew Tranquil, and Kaiser White, great coverage linebackers. And then you see David Long is the first guy we went for. I'm with it, man. Like, that's Fangio either saying, this is the guy I'm rocking with, or this is just one piece, and I'm going to still get another linebacker, which, I don't know, Smoke. I don't know if I could see that, bro, but do you think we go for another linebacker in the draft or free agency, or maybe David Long is the guy, bro?
I mean, you can never get enough depth in the NFL. And I feel like with the Dolphins each and every single year, like the starters always look good on paper. And then like week 5, week 6 comes and like everyone just starts dropping like flies. And then you have these guys come in that have no name, they can't play. And you're just like, how the hell is this guy on the field? Like guys like Keon Cross and Noah Monogamy and all the other like 7th and 8th string guys that, like they might be good on special teams, but they're not starters. So especially at linebacker where it's already a weakness, you can't not have enough depth. Like if there's someone that you like that could play, you fucking put them out there and you sign them and you get them. You just keep them on the roster. Like they re-signed Riley today. Great re-signing. Great depth piece. And I forgot to mention Melvin Ingram. I don't know if his contract's up or if he's still under contract, but he was great for us. I know he's like more of like an edge guy than like a sound linebacker. But you just gotta keep that unit strong. I don't know what we're gonna do with Baker's contract. I don't know. I think Landon Roberts is gone. I think his contract's up. He's gonna go elsewhere. Is Baker still under contract though?
So Baker is. So he's like a target to maybe be like a cap cut. He's one of those guys where I think it might be in June. It's like one of those, like if we wait at a certain point and then we cut him, we can free up a lot of money. So I'd be surprised if Landon Roberts and Jerome Baker both make the roster, because I agree. Like I don't see that contract working out for both of them to do it, because we could save a lot of money.
Landon's gone. Baker. I'm pretty sure Landon's a free agent right now.
Oh yeah, so then he'd be gone at that point. Gone. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Tip my hat to you, boss man. But I'm trusting Fangio, bro. Like a year ago when Mike McDaniel was building his offense, it was all trust McDaniel. He's a young offensive genius. And it was a bit of a gamble, This is Vic Fangio. Noob, you're a legend, bro. I'm ready to rock and roll whenever you are, Mr. Smoke. Like,
is that hat signed?
Yeah. Oh, it's the hat I took the training camp, bro. Most of the guys are like, I think the coolest signing, I think, is honestly Trill Williams. Trill Williams and like Keon Crossan are up here. And then I do have Mr. Solomon Kindley. Oof, sadness, bro. Jerome Baker is there.
That hat's worth about a solid $17. That thing lost value when you let him sign it.
Bro, it lost value when Andrew Van Ginkel freaking signed the back like an idiot, bro. So
what an asshole. That hat's fresh as fuck. I like it.
That was the first signing too. Oh, hat was brand new blank canvas. He just grabbed the hat and he signed the back. I was like, oh, AVG. Oh well, maybe we'll bring him back. Maybe we'll get a round 2 next year. I can get a laugh and a better signature, bro. But oh well.
Yeah. We'll bring it back. I mean, how awesome is it going to be going to training camp and seeing guys like Jalen Ramsey, Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, just all these superstars, bro. I remember going to training camp with Brian Hartline and Devon Best, like being our 2 big players. And shout out Devon Best. No shade. I love you. Shout out Brian Hartline. No shade whatsoever. I love you. But can we acknowledge we got some goddamn dogs on the team? Like, this is not a joke. This is not a drill. The Miami Dolphins are for real. So, Nando, tell me, how do you really feel?
Dude, training camp, I almost don't want other teams to come to practice. You know what I'm saying? Like you guys can stay at home, bro.
I want to with ourselves. They're not going to sharpen us any more than we're going to sharpen ourselves. This is a Cutco knife. This is a one-time sharp, and you're set for life. This is different, Nando. This might be the best defense in the NFL on paper right now.
It's the best receiver duo against potentially the best defense. For sure, I'm going to say the best secondary in the NFL. Like who can even doubt that? You know what I'm saying? At the very least, that matchup's going to be awesome.
I don't know how anyone could say with a straight face that they have 2 better corners than the Dolphins. I don't know. And if they get Poyer, which, by the way, I love Brandon Jones, but if they get Jordan Poyer, it's a wrap.
Hey, man. Have them all out there on the field, bro.
Just wrap that up. I'll meet you in Vegas. Yeah, no, wrap it up. Wrap it up. Send it to Vegas. I'll send you the address. That one's to go. Thank you. That's what I would say.
Let's go, bro. That's a lock. And if it'd be a team-friendly deal as well, it still gives us some room to make some maneuvers. I'm down. But if that's the last one, that's the last little stone we can add into our little gauntlet, bro. Like, I'm all with it, bro. Like, I'm a stud like Jordan Poyer, like that veteran presence in the back end again. Cool. And if you still let Brandon Jones, Holland, and Poyer all roam the field, my God, Smoke.
Be over. Sky's the limit.
Sky's the limit, bro. I'm trying not to get carried away, bro. Like it's easy for me.
I know, I
like,
can't help myself, but this is what we do. We have to get carried away, or else the season wouldn't be fun. Like, imagine if we would just constantly remind ourselves that we're the Dolphins and somehow this is going to get fucked up. It's not going to be any fun. The Dolphins are masters at this. Let us down, make big signings. We're back, we're bought in, and we're going to the Super Bowl. This is our way of life. It's okay. But this year is our year, baby. I don't know how. I don't know why. But this year is our year. And I'm being serious. It sounds like I'm being facetious, but like I'm dead ass serious. There is no way that this is not our year. I'm sorry.
If every year the goal is to sell us on hope and then to go and like, keep building, there's nowhere to go from here, bro. Like, I don't know what the Dolphins could do next offseason to like rebuy me back in, like at a higher level than this. This is the year, bro. This is the year where it's the Super Bowl. The movie's climaxing right now, bro. Like the script is giving us our due. And I'm
glad. Rewind. I like how you brought that up. Movie script, right? So, the beginning, everything's and then it's like, oh my gosh, this is so great. And then the crash is coming. You're like, how is it crashing? Like, how is this possibly going to crash? And then like a crash comes, but then at the end, everything comes back to life and everything's good. I think that's where we are. You just got to remove yourself. Look at it from a different timeline, right? It's a 23-year-old movie. You went up, you thought you had it, you crashed, but then they have that bounce back. They settle out, and then you get the ending that you wanted. The Miami Dolphins are in the Super Bowl. We got the one and only man himself, Frank the motherfucking Tank. Hey, buddy, before we get into the Dolphins, I saw the video today. I know you ate a full cookie. How's that edible smacking you in the face right now?
Well, that was a couple of years ago I did that, so it's an old video.
That was a while ago?
Yes.
That is hilarious. I thought that was today. I don't know why I thought that was today. Did that thing fuck you up, though, when you took it?
No, it just had a little bit of pressure on my face, I guess I would say.
Okay. Frank the Tank.
Bad. I mean, you're a vet. What you do.
Oh.
Jalen Ramsey, Tank. How are we feeling about it?
I like the move. I think it's that I like the Devils. The Dolphins didn't give up much, which is important. Don't have many draft picks this year.
Who needs them? Fuck them.
But cornerback was a very bad spot last year. Howard didn't have a good year. Still made a Pro Bowl. I don't know how he made a Pro Bowl. And
Igbo was dog shit. Keon Crossan was dog shit. I mean, Frank, we gave up a can of tomato soup and Hunter Long. Well, he is the tomato can of soup. You have a third-round draft pick and Hunter Long, a guy with 2 catches in 2 years, for a top 5 cornerback in the NFL. I mean, even if people want to say he fell off, you win that trade every single time.
On value alone.
I mean, we're going to lose Gazeki, so we're going to have to find a tight end somewhere. So it looks like we're almost like a run-and-shoot offense back in the day, the way Mike McDaniel runs things. So they just – I think the most important thing is to get some protection for Tua. I'm not excited about Mike White. I can say that much right now.
Wasn't a big fan either.
Yeah, he's okay.
Because they either need to get to keep find a way that Tua's never hurt, or get a backup quarterback that can step right in and win.
Well, let me ask you this. Look, let me ask you this. Like, I fuck with Skylar Thompson. I don't think he's the greatest quarterback since sliced bread. I don't think he's better than Tua, but would you say there's that big of a talent difference between Skylar and Mike White? I mean, if we're paying him, he could make up to $16 million.
No. And that's not good. I would have loved to see them try to get someone like Jameis Winston.
A little gunslinger action in Miami. I think he's a little too hot-headed for McDaniel, but I would have loved the upside. You can go and win your games.
I think that's like too much drama. That's
someone who
much.
can get the ball down to Tyreek and Jalen. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Wait, so you're saying as what, to start over Tua or just have
No.
him as a backup?
I don't know how you could actually expect Tua to play. I mean, he hasn't shown any ability to stay healthy.
I mean, I'm sure you saw a lot of Mike White love at the office, man. Like, there's a lot of Jets fans there. You didn't believe at all. You didn't like the Mike F and White vibes there. You didn't like the
no. And just like the Jets, they're going to sign Aaron Rodgers. You know that's going to fail because everything the Jets touch turns to shit.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm not even worried about that. I don't even think
it's like Wile E. Coyote. Yeah, you know the anvil's going to hit him.
Yeah, just come plop right on his head, man.
I think he's going to retire because, Frank, you don't sit there and take acid and do this and go hide in a dark cave and come out and your whole revelation is to go play for the Jets. If anything, that's what would send you into a dark cave. You don't come out of a dark cave and go, I want to play for the New York Jets.
That is very true.
The Jets are the dark cave, man. Like, that's – I'd want to run away from that kind of vibes. I would not want to go there if I'm Rodgers.
Me neither. What'd you think of the David Long? Did you like that move?
Yeah, it does help. The defense was average at best last year, and especially the damn third down conversions that they allowed. So many times they couldn't get get off the goddamn field.
3rd and 8, 3rd and 15 didn't matter. Could not get off the field. But that's why I think it's going to be so crucial because instead of having Keon Crossan or Noah Igbenogany line up in the slot, now you got Xavier Howard, Jalen on the outside. You got Kader Kohu, who was honestly a diamond in the rough. You got Nick Needham back there as well. You got Trill Williams back there. So now you finally have some depth in the secondary, and you don't have to play prevent defense because Boyer's gone, and now you have one of the best defensive minds in the NFL. And now I'm just selling myself, and I'm seeing the vision that for some reason this can be the team in the last 23 years to get us over the hump, Frank, and I'm not getting that vibe from you right now. You don't look bought in. Why are you not bought in? I see you get fired up for the Mets every year. For what? They are the same thing as the Dolphins. The Dolphins go out and get a player like Jalen Ramsey, and I'm not seeing it from you, Frank.
It's just I want offensive line, and I'm just concerned that Tua is going to get hurt again.
So if we got an offensive line, like a right tackle or a left guard or a center, even push Connor Williams back to guard, Frank, would that make you a little happier, or would that be the final piece you need to get you bought in? Or
maybe. It's also hard for me to buy in right now. I mean, come on, I got the Devils making a run. Baseball season's beginning. With the Dolphins, it's just wait and see. I haven't. The offensive line is I'm just seriously concerned. I don't want to see Liam Eichenberg play another fucking down with the Dolphins.
Yeah, me neither. I actually hate him. I think I hate him more than Jesse Davis. Jesse Davis or Liam Eichenberg, if they were both burning in lava, which one would you say, Frank?
Oh, Jesse Davis.
Jesse Davis?
Wow.
I mean, he'd hold on to pretty well, for sure.
I mean, Liam Eichenberg, a 90-year-old woman in a walker could run past him.
He is dog shit. He's fucking terrible. Not a big Liam Eichenberg fan. But let me ask you this, Frank, because I know you keep bringing up the offensive line, but I think your problem is really with the quarterback. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I see him all the time. Are you just not sold on the quarterback? Would you say the biggest concern for you is Tua not playing all 17 or not having that right tackle or seeing Liam Eichenberg play another snap?
Well, I think one leads to the other.
Hand in hand.
I mean, he got rocked by the Bills, by Milano. Shouldn't have came back in the game, obviously.
Yep.
Then he got the second concussion. The concussion against the Packers I don't know what happened there. It didn't look like anything. And then
Yeah, that was a weird one. I didn't even notice that he had
he's
the.
throwing 4 interceptions, and then he ends up missing the rest of the season.
And right after that, the season kind of over.
I mean, I just have
But here's
my,
the
I
thing,
have my, and if you're going to tell me durability is an issue, then I don't know if I have any faith in Mike White or Tua. I mean, or Skylar Thompson.
I mean, we almost went into Buffalo and beat them last year with Skylar Thompson.
I think Buffalo.
If we had half a defense or ran a damn play on 4th and 1.
I think Buffalo just went through an emotional ringer, and by the time the playoffs arrived, they were toast. The flat performance they had against the Bengals showed that team was just not whole.
I mean, I thought they would be a little more fired up when they showed them on the damn Jumbotron. I thought they were going to use that against us. I was like, oh, shit, they're going to show DeMar Hamlin on there, and then we're going to get blown out. But, I mean, we were neck and neck with them. I think they were dead even before that. Or maybe not. I don't want to use the word dead. That's probably a terrible word to use considering kind of what happened. But maybe they just weren't what we thought they were.
They were.
That's why I'm fired up for this.
I just know that they're flat, and I just don't trust Skylar Thompson. I don't trust Mike White. And if
and you don't trust Tua either.
I don't know how he stays healthy. And
fair assessment, but
and our running back situation is still leaves a lot to be desired.
That could be addressed, though. That could be addressed.
Trade or draft for one?
Come on.
I mean, we only got 4 draft picks this year.
There's some great guys in the draft, Frank. In the 3rd round, you've got like Devon A-Chain. Yeah, we have picks at 84 still. We can get Devon A-Chain, Tank Bigsby, maybe. That could be a cool pick.
We'll see. I want to see the team when August comes around. Maybe I'll be able to buy into this a little bit more. It's just not football
I hope
season.
so, Frank.
It's just not football season.
Yeah, but that's because you care about the Devils and the Mets and all that other bullshit. But Frank, for once, you're wearing your Dan Marino jersey. They just signed Jalen Ramsey. This is the best team we've seen since you were probably 15 years old. Can you give me a little smile and tell me that the Dolphins are going to be better than they were last year? Can you do that for me, Frankie?
I want to see the team that was. I want to see the team that was 8-3.
Yeah, me too.
We're more talented than that team, though. Hopefully,
way more talented.
I mean, I don't want to see another December collapse.
Yeah, that'd probably be the last straw for me. Like I said, if we don't make the playoffs, I'm going to drown myself in the ocean.
I mean,
but I think I think it's going to be the team that wins a playoff game. Do you think so or no?
I thought last year was a team that could have won a playoff game.
Yeah, me too.
So then this year we should, if we're better than last year.
This is our year.
The slogan of the Dolphins, Frank.
I mean, I want to see improvement, and we got to see how that comes. I just want. I'm not there yet. I like the Jalen Ramsey move. It addressed one need, but we have other needs.
All right. I'm trying to paint a picture where I can get you to budge. So we address offensive line and free agency or the draft. We get a running back.
Nando.
And the schedule looks nice and pretty. 24.
Nando, how old are you?
24.
I'm 23. Frank, how old are you?
47.
47. So that means he has 24 more years of pain and suffering. He's fucking dead inside. The Dolphins just got Ramsey, David Long, and Frank looks like someone in his family passed away. Like, that is what this team does to people. You can't even get him to crack.
Feel it up, Frank. Come on, man. Get excited.
I mean, I lived through Super Bowl. I actually remember Super Bowl 17. I remember Super Bowl 17.
Dang. Wow.
I remember Super Bowl 19. I remember the next year thinking that the Dolphins had a shot to beat the Bears, and then they couldn't fucking stop Craig James. Greg motherfucking James.
You've seen so much more pain than this man.
I remember they just couldn't get past the Bills for fucking straight years. I remember being 9-2 and losing the last 5 games because nobody was healthy. The Dolphins ended the season with the 6 other starting players left in the last few weeks. And the year before they introduced the 2-point conversion, they had a 1-point fucking loss to the Steelers where they were down 8 and didn't have the option to go for 2 with 40 seconds left. I remember Pete Stoyanovich missing a kick that would have given the Dolphins into the AFC Championship game with a chance to host Super Bowl 29. I remember just getting demolished by the Jaguars and Dan Marino retiring 2 weeks later. I remember the Dave Wannstedt years, wasting Ricky Williams. Ricky Williams deciding that he'd rather smoke pot than play football. I remember collapse after collapse after collapse. The horrible hires. Jerry Philbin, anyone?
You deserve a Super Bowl, Frank. You deserve this so bad. You've seen so much pain. Oh my God.
I don't even mean to laugh, but it's just like
Philbin too. Like that's like it's not even over yet after Philbin. It just keeps going. That's when we start to pick up on. You know what I'm saying, Smokes? Like that's where we start.
Yeah, that's where we come in.
I mean, the 2008 fluke with the Wildcat and everyone figuring out the Wildcat, and then all of a sudden Tony Sperano doesn't look like such a genius anymore.
R.I.P. Rest in peace.
So, I mean,
hey, after that history lesson,
I'm focused on right now. I think Jalen Ramsey is a good signing, but there's still more I need, more I want.
Frank, now I understand where you're coming from, because I've had a lot of hurt in my 23 years. But what you just did to me right now makes me want to go get a therapist and talk this out.
The fact that Dan Marino,
you have no heart. You are the Tin Man. He needs to give you a new heart. It's stone. It's gone. This has to be the team to get Frank a new heart, and they're going to do it, Frank. You just got to have a little more faith. What's one more year, right? What's one more year to Frank the fucking Tank to see the Dolphins be the team he's always wanted them to be? What's one more year going to do to you? It can't get worse.
Wins for Frank.
It can't get worse.
You know, in
they should dedicate this season to you.
You know, in 2001, the Dolphins had the same fucking record as the Patriots, but lost on a tiebreaker. Patriots win on the tough play. The rest is history. Dolphins get mauled by the Ravens and have only played in 2 playoff games since. 2002, Ricky Williams rushes for 1,800 yards. They lose 3 of their last 4 games because Dave Wannstedt is a fucking moron. Dave Wannstedt couldn't motivate anybody. If you put Dave Wannstedt, made him a basketball coach and put him on the Olympic Dream Team, he'd find a way to make the Olympic Dream Team lose.
I'm sorry, Frank, but I love these history lessons.
That mustache, that stupid grin, that he was an idiot. He ruined 2 great franchises. 2. He took the Chicago Bears and took them into the trash can. I mean, Dave Wannstedt. And then we had Nick Saban. Who all Nick Saban did was tell Bill Belichick he should trade for Wes Welker. Then he left, stabbed and this is after deciding that I'd rather have I'd rather have Dante Culpepper than Drew Brees. I mean, there's another genius move by the Dolphins. Do you know after Nick Saban left? After Nick Saban left, there were people in the Dolphin organization who said that, hey, we should hire Mike Tomlin. But our brilliant general manager at the time, I mean, brilliant, and our ownership, Wayne Heisinger, felt that Mike Tomlin was too hip-hop to be the coach of the Miami Dolphins.
He's never had a losing season.
Yeah, he's too hip-hop.
Oh, Wayne.
I mean,
but now
we're
the hippest of pop.
You know what word he wanted to use?
Oh, yeah, he's definitely painted the picture right there, man.
Let me get a hint. It begins as the Sesame Street would say. The word he wanted to use was sponsored by the letter N. And we hired Cam Cameron instead. Cam Cameron. 1 in 15, Cam Cameron.
1 in 15.
Instead of drafting Matt Ryan, and now let me tell you, Matt Ryan sucks now, but Matt Ryan was actually a good quarterback for about a decade. We decided to draft an offensive lineman named Jake Long, who lasted about 5 years because he was fucking brittle as glass. We had the number 1 pick, and we chose an offensive lineman and traded for an average quarterback in Chad Pennington, who had 1 good year, granted, got in the playoffs. But we bring in Bill Parcells, and then Wayne Heisinger decides to sell the team to Stephen Ross, which Parcells bolts. We get nothing. And then we're just back to being mid. I mean, how many times did the Dolphins sign a wide receiver and had no weapons for him? Mike Wallace, remember him? Brandon Marshall, remember him?
Brandon Marshall.
We brought in Chad Ochocinco, who basically couldn't
headbutted his wife.
Got his wife around and got cut 2 games into his fucking training camp after giving a press conference where he just decided to just use the F word 556 times because I don't know. I guess CTE was starting to kick in at that point.
Frank.
Look at and Chris Grier. How does this guy still have a fucking job? He wouldn't know a good offensive lineman if he came up and bit him on the fucking ass.
But
he's
Robert
made some
Hunt.
good moves.
He's made some good moves.
He hit 1.
He got Teron Armstead. He got Reek. He got Waddle. He drafted Javon. He drafted JP. He traded for Chubb.
Well, they got to fix.
He drafted Tua.
And Chubb better fucking be better next year. He fucking sucked last year.
He'll be better. He'll be better. He'll be better. He did draft Tunsil, by the way. Got us 3 first-round draft picks.
And with those draft picks, we just went.
We got Jalen Waddle. I don't want.
You're not lying. But Frank, everything you just said is why this year is going to be so special. This is the team to do it. It hasn't been this good.
We were 8-3 last year, and all of a sudden, the next thing you know, they're 8-8.
Yeah, but then we're 8-3, and then Tua goes down, and then fucking X pulls his groin, and then Brandon Jones tears his ACL, and then this guy drops, that guy drops.
Byron
This
Jones
is
is now walking around in a full body cast.
He's done. He's done.
We're cutting him,
we
bro.
let him go. We let him go. But Frank,
I
Come
mean,
on.
I've seen things.
you have.
And
You've
then,
seen,
then we go
you've
we
seen
go out
way
on
more than
field.
me and Nando. But have
We
you
go
ever
out-
seen a team with this much talent, though? Like, even the early 2000 Dolphins, they had great defenses, but I don't even think they had one like this.
Well, we'll see. By the way, and then I have to watch them with that silly, just like wimpy looking logo.
I hate it. They got to
And
go
they
back to
refuse.
the
They
throwback.
refuse to wear the throwback.
Yeah, I think we only wore it once last year. We should be wearing that thing 3 times, as many as you can. Nah, there's always one throwback game. Yeah, when we played the Steelers on Sunday night. That's when Tua came back. I remember it.
They need to
100%.
play. They need to wear that a lot more. And make no mistake, the only reason why the Dolphins got the playoffs is because the Jets in that last game of the season played Skid Row Joe Flacco.
Skid Row
Hey,
Joe,
man.
baby.
That was a tough game.
We
to be a
sent
hard
out like the
rock
B
for.
squad too. But we made it. We won the game. We went to the playoffs and we almost won. And we're going to win a playoff game this year, Frank.
And I want to
And
see
me and you were gonna fly out together. And I'm not letting you leave the fucking playoff game early. I actually always wanted to ask you this. Why did you think you weren't gonna get back home? Like, did you think they were gonna just leave you in Buffalo?
They screwed you. I remember.
It was the travel that was given to me. The travel itinerary that was given.
They
to me.
booked you an improper flight. They didn't gauge the time. They screwed you.
Yeah.
It was a shame, Frank. I know you wouldn't have left the game if not.
I think you should have just stayed, Frank.
And I knew I was in trouble
I would
when
have
that second quarter took 75 minutes to play.
Yeah, I mean, who could have accounted for that though? It was really weird, man. But they should have definitely given you a bit more of a cushion, you know.
Yes.
You know,
I
8
mean,
p.m., 9 p.m. flight.
When I got they got the tickets for me, they got the hotel for me, they got the flight for me. I just felt I couldn't. Like,
you didn't want to be an asshole and be like, hey,
Yes.
I need you to buy me another flight. I hear you.
Yeah.
You were raised the right way.
Yeah,
That's
you know.
all it was. But next time, when we go to the playoffs this year, me and you, I'll take you there. We go together, and if you
hopefully
can't
the
make the
game's
flight
in
home,
fucking Miami.
don't worry about it. It's going to be in Miami, Frank, but you still need a flight down here because you live in fucking New York.
We'll host you, man. We'll come down.
Take care of you, Frank.
The
Anyway,
finest hot
Frank, I
dogs.
think this is going to be the year. It's been a pleasure having you on. Would love to have
Well, I'm
you on
actually
again.
coming down to Miami end of the month.
All right. Well,
End of the month.
DM me when you come down. We'll go do something.
Yeah, I'm well, it's for the I'll be going to opening day.
Mm. Oh,
at
are they
Orange
playing the
Park,
fish?
and, the Mets are playing to start the season in Miami.
There we go.
Oh, there you go. It should be a free win, unless
Hopefully.
Jesus Luzardo pitches.
Well, you know, with the Mets, they'll have Darren Ruff in the lineup.
Hey, it's the Marlins, man.
He's
You
over.
should be-
I don't know
18.
shit about
He's
baseball.
over 18, has 7 errors, and just 6 double plays. That's his spring training so far.
Don't watch it. Don't like baseball. But Frank, we love you. Thanks for coming on. I'm gonna DM you. Let me know when you come down here, and we'll make it happen. Thanks,
All right,
Frank.
yeah, I'll be driving down around the 29th to get in.
All right. Perfect. Appreciate you, Frank. I'll see you soon, buddy.
All right, see you soon.
Pleasure meeting you, man. Bangarang, bro. That was sick. Great trip down memory lane, Smoke.
I love Frank, and I know a lot of people are like, oh, he's so negative, blah, 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 blah. That's who
He's the
he
guy.
is. You know what you're getting into, okay? He's scarred for life. What do you expect from him? What do
Did you hear the
expect
trip he
from him?
took?
Like, look.
That's
I've been
insane.
miserable for 23 years. This guy started turning back the yearbook. I mean, he went into his fucking closet, grabbed his yearbook off. He's fucking blowing dust off the cover on it, and he's reading shit I didn't even fucking know about. He's out here fucking talking about the Dolphins are losing by 1 before they even had a 2-point conversion. I didn't even know that there was a point in time where there was no 2-point conversion. I always thought that was a thing. And now I'm finding out the Dolphins didn't win a playoff game because there was no such thing as a 2-point conversion. And just so happens the year after they come out, like, I'm out here learning. I'm in fucking history class. Like, Frank, I know he was miserable, but you got to understand that he has a right to be miserable. And me and Nando, we're going to come up here and be positive and give you the juice. We're the Celsius or the coffee to your nightcap. But you gotta hear both sides, because there's a lot of people out there, just like Frank. A lot of people out there with a lot of scars, a lot of tissue in the heart, and they can't be all raleigh jolly. And every time the Dolphins let me down, I turn into Frank. We all have an inner Frank, and everyone needs to acknowledge that. Frank's just like that all the time. Okay. But we all have that inner Frank. When the Dolphins lost to the Patriots this year in New England, we all had the inner Frank. When the Dolphins started 8-3, and then would we almost get to 500? We did get to 500. We all had the inner Frank. We all have an inner Frank. Some of us can mask it while things are going well. Other people have become it. So, as long as you know that you can be positive and you can be negative, but at the end of the day, as long as you want this football team to fucking win and do the right thing, that's all that matters. That's my mic drop. That's my mic drop right there. Shout out to everyone that tuned in. It felt so good to be back. Oh my gosh, did I miss you guys so much. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Shout out to everyone that watched. If you haven't already, please, please, please smash the like button. Hit the subscribe button. We love you guys so much. Big things are coming this way. And as always, fins up.
Fins up.